Good morning, everyone. Today is Friday, August 23rd, and today we will cover the trades for YieldMax funds, Tesley, Coney, NVDY, and Misty. And I gotta be honest, as I'm making this video, I don't even know if it's gonna upload today. I'm away right now in a cabin at some resort, some camping place, and I have one bar for self-service, and I have one bar for Wi-Fi. So, yeah, we'll see what happens. That, and plus, this cabin is about the size of a closet. We have 4 adults and 3 kids. So me trying to get up in the morning and make this video, oh my God. Oh my God. So even if this video uploads, I don't even know if there will be a video tomorrow. But anyway, enough with the negativity. Let's try to make this video. So yesterday, the market was red for sure. So I won't dive too deep, but I sold a put expiring next week on TSLY, $9 put. I got 15 bucks. And then it continued to dip, so I sold another put that expired next week. This time for $8.50. I got 16 bucks. All right, so lots of trades yesterday. So Tesley had a trade. Well, Tesley had trades. Coney had trades. Misty had trades. So everyone but NVDY. So if we look at Tesley had a BC SS buy to close. So they closed out, the 227.50, and they sold one into next week for 225, if you look under the ticker section. And then another BC SS, so buy to close 225, SS 222.50. So looking at the execution price to the right on the BCs, the buy to close, very cheap. So obviously you could see smart move, right? They won their trades, and it wasn't even Friday, so they closed them early. Because why? The market was down. The market was red, so the calls that they sold were very cheap to close, and they were probably unsure what's going to happen today. So I think it was a good move. But let's look at the numbers. Apologize because I am a little out of it. Again, it's I did not expect to have this type of arrangement here, but it is what it is. Synthetic 210 expires in 57 days. It's still 0.31% above that strike. The 215 is 2% below the strike. It obviously expires in 57 days. No need to harp on that anymore. Now, how did Tesla do yesterday? Tesla went down 5.65%. When all said and done, Tesley went down 4.72%. All right, so let's take a look at the numbers. Good, we could fit that all in. So if you look from the top, I plugged in what they paid in red, column I. They paid 13 cents and they paid 21 cents. So when I plug that in, there's a field on column R called debit. That automatically fills in, that calculates, and then column S will be finalized. So the profit loss right now is showing 6.7 million. So when all said and done for the calls from last week, they made 6.7 million. Now the annualized yield is also key because that gets updated once I plug that in. And in the end, they yielded 50% on one, 64% on another. So aggressive or not, they made really good money. Now, if we focus now on the new calls, they chose 2 different strike prices. First, we'll go with the low one, 1,315 contracts, 222.50 strike, 5.62% out of the money. That's a 61% annualized yield. And the biggest position, 30,648 contracts, 225 strike, 6.81% out of the money. That's a 50% annualized yield. So, is it aggressive? Yes, but it looks like, last week was aggressive and they won. So what do we want? Do we want aggressive and maybe win, or maybe not win, or just slow your roll? Why do I say aggressive? Their 30-day IV is 48.75%. If you look on the top, right under column H1, and typically they try to yield what their 30-day IV is. Again, I don't know what the annualized yield was, at the time of the trade, because, the annualized yield is taking the price as of the close into consideration. Anyway, so let's go to the outstanding shares. No change. So the recap is we talked about 30-day IV, 48%. Outstanding shares, 50,775,000. Unfortunately, still no income, but obviously they did add an additional 7.4 mil from the trades yesterday. Reaction, thumbs up. I give them a thumbs up for closing out those trades early because, again, Friday could bring another story, right? How far out of the money were they? Well, they were, what, 7 and 6% out of the money. That could change, though, right? Tesla can go up a lot today, or it could not. But either way, what did they pay? Nothing. I mean, what are they going to wait? They paid 13 cents, 21 cents. They could pay less, obviously, if Tesla continues to go down today. But if Tesla goes up today, they could pay more. But anyway, I think it was a good move. Let me know what you guys think. All right, here's the payment details. Synthetic loss, yeah, it's still big. 183 mil. Short call loss is shrinking, at least 6 mil. So no income to report, so no estimate to report at the moment. Wish I had something to give you, but I don't. All right, so here's the holdings. In pink is the synthetic put, in orange is the synthetic call, and in blue are the calls, the weekly calls expiring next week. So really nothing to talk about, except their net asset value is 687 mil. Their NAV is 1355, and the trade price is 1353. Okay, extend my leg in this. Oh my God. I'm in the car in this tiny ass place. Like, all the cabins are so close. All the cars are so close. So these people are, like, why this kid awake at 4 a.m? All right. Anyway, what do we got on Coney? We got a BC and an SS. So a buy to close and an SS, a short sell. So they closed out the 215 call and they sold a 215 call into next week. All right, let's see what that looks like. All right, so if I go to the synthetic, they have 3 synthetics. We know this. And they have 13,050 contracts on a 210 synthetic. That expires in 29 days. They have 5,000 contracts on a 200 synthetic, expires in 29 days. And then they have the 15,000 contracts, 195 synthetic, expires in 57 days. So, was coin freaking red yesterday as well? Well, let's see. Yes, it was. Yesterday, the market closed. Coin was down 3.78%. Coney was down 3.03%. Okay, so if we look at the trades, we can see what they closed and how it worked out. If I shrink this, I get it all in one picture for you guys. There you go. So they closed the 215. That was 3 separate trades at the time, but you could see on column I, they paid 38 cents, 38 cents, 38 cents, 38 cents for, the entire thing. Now, if you scroll to the right, how much did that 38 cents end up being? 163,000, 190,000, 296,000. All right, whoopee-doo, right? Chump change. So if you look at profit loss, they made about 3.7, 3.8 mil, which is really good money. Were they aggressive at the time? Probably. They've been aggressive on all of their calls, so at least they won that one. They did leave the 212.50. That expires today. Currently, it's 7.09% out of the money. So hopefully, coin doesn't jump up, 7% or more. Their break even for that is 215.65. Coin is at 198, so it looks pretty safe. So they may close that out early in the day. I don't know. We'll see. But the new position they open is right down here, 17,100 contracts, 215 strike, and that's 8.35% out of the money. That is for 6 trading days, today and then next week. I can't even see anything in this dark ass car. Let me take a sip of water. All right. So what is that yield? That yields 69%. Okay. That is kind of in line with their 30-day IV. So I won't call that aggressive. Outstanding shares did go up by 50,000. Not much movement, but we'll take it. 30-day IV, we said 64%. Outstanding shares, 41.1 mil. Income total from the weeklies, 19,365,000. That's a distribution of 47 cents. A daily income of 3 cents, a daily yield of 0.17%, and an annualized yield of 63%. Wink, wink. Good job. Lego man, wink, wink. Lego man like. So you're lucky. Now, if we go to the payment recap, synthetic loss, 80 mil. Let's focus on the short call income, 19.3 mil. That comes to 47 cents per share. And you run that into the estimator. That comes to 83 cents or a 62% yield. Obviously, kind of weak, but, that could be your truth. That could be your payment when all said and done. But, obviously, they're going to make a trade today, right? They're going to close out this other position, and then they're going to add another trade. That's going to add to the income at the top, and that will increase what their distribution is. Well, hopefully they don't lose the 212.50. It's very doubtful. They're 7% out of the money. But assuming they win, that'll add to the income, and then obviously that'll add to this short call income, increasing the short call per share, which would increase our estimate. So on tomorrow's video, whenever I can do that video, who the hell knows? Again, this video may not even upload, but we'll see. Outstanding holdings. What do we got? We got pinks. The pink is the put, synthetic put. The orange is the call, synthetic call. And then in blue, we got a weekly call expiring next week. And then the 212.50, which expires today, is at top. Right now, it costs 23 cents to close, which is, probably why they waited. Maybe they want to pay a little less, maybe under 20 cents. I don't know. So the net asset value of Coney is 657 mil. The NAV is 16, trade price 16. So it's a good recovery. They're doing well. They're doing well, finally. People have been waiting. People are getting worried about Coney, throwing them just like, kicking them to the curb. Like, you suck, Coney. But when they're in the $20 range, paying out $2, high dollars, they're like, oh, I love you, Coney. Now they hate him. But Coney's coming back, so they're about to love Coney again. All right, MSTY had a trade. This is like your typical trade: buy call, sell put, sell call. So they're adding 330 contracts to the synthetic position, and then 330 contracts sell a call into next week, 6 trading days. Okay, so let's see what that looks like. All right, so let's look at the synthetic. All right, they have a synthetic 139. They have one synthetic because, they don't play games. 330 contracts. There it is, adding to the synthetic. They actually made money on it because the put side, the sold put value was higher than the buy call value. So they made like, 20, not even, maybe like 15,000 or so. But whatever, man. All right, but their synthetic expires in 57 days and currently 3.73% away from that strike. But plenty of time. All right, August tab, what do you got for me? All right, red day, so everything's red. MSTR was down 5.38%. MSTY was down 2.12%. Wow. Good job. Look at that. Good. They must have been close in strike. So, obviously when the underlying goes down, we go down with it, but sometimes we don't go down as much. And yesterday was a prime example. That was a really good example of it. Again, let's look at that again. Not even half. Misty went down 2.12%, but Mr. went down 5.38%. Wow. That's because the calls were very close. All right, so they did not close any of their calls, though. They got calls over the place, right? They got the 138. That's the lowest. Right in the middle, that's the majority, 29,750 contracts. And that's 3.13% out of the money. 138.50 is the next strike. That's 1,275 contracts. That's 3.5% out of the money. And then they got the 140. That has 630 contracts, 4.63% out of the money. All of these obviously expire today, so you kind of need MSTR to not really jump up any higher than 3% today, or they could just close it early, depending how it opens. I don't know. We'll see what happens. And then the new position was the 330 contracts on the way bottom. That's a 148 strike. That's 10.6% out of the money heading into next week, 6 trading days, and that's an 82% annualized yield. This, perfect trade, because their 30-day IV is 79%. They went for an annualized yield of 82%, and that comes to 10% out of the money. This is why I really do like Misty, because their IV, they can go 10% out of the money and produce an 82% annualized yield. This is why Misty rules. All right, so what do we got? Outstanding shares. What is today? Today's the 22nd? No. Outstanding shares I did not update, because I did get interrupted because the baby woke up, because we're in a tiny ass cabin and I can't freaking move anywhere. So it's 19,125,000. Yeah, my streak of videos is probably gonna end tomorrow. I'll do the video at some point, but this is not the situation. This is not a good situation for it. Outstanding shares did go up a very good amount, 250K. All right, so here's the recap. Where's the 30-day IV? 79%. Outstanding shares, 19,125,000. Total net income, 19.1 mil. Total distribution, $1. Daily income, 6 cents. Daily yield, 0.25%. Annualize that, that's 89%. Okay. Reaction. Here comes the money. All right, what do we got? Synthetic loss, 46 mil. So let's focus on the short call income at 19.1 mil. So that comes to $1 per share, as we spoke of. Throw that into the estimator. We're looking at $1.77 or an 89% yield. Holding data, again, not much to talk about. But all their blue call, let's look at the blue. All of these expire today. Well, no, except the 830 on the bottom. So the top three, so 68 cents for the one. And then these other ones, they still cost over $1. So hopefully as time value expires, these will get a little cheaper, and then they close them out early. All right. Misty, net asset value, 456 mil. The NAV is 23.88. Trade price, 23.98. All right, let's get to NVDY so we can close out this video and hopefully upload it. Yeah, right. All right, synthetic, what do they got? The 15 is closed. They have a 116 synthetic. This expires in 29 days. They're currently doing well. They're still 6.67% above that strike. Now, I'm guessing they were right as well. Yes, they were. So Nvidia was down 3.7%. Nvidia went down 2.54%. So let me zoom out. They still have these 830 contracts, right? So nothing expiring today. So how are these contracts doing? Believe it or not, they are no longer in the money. I don't know how they get so lucky, but they are lucky. 20,000 contracts, 124 strike, 0.21% out of the money. 6 trading days to go, so it's not like they're in a great position, but at least they're not in the money. 59,490 contracts, 5.06% out of the money. Much better position than where they were, obviously, one day prior. So, wow, what a difference a day makes. Outstanding shares, nothing. All right, 30-day IV, 69%. Outstanding shares, 39,150,000. And total net income is non-existent because their weekly calls so far, they had to pay out a loss of 42 mil. So, obviously, there's no further data to talk about on that tab. Here is them. They're praying for the next 6 days. They want to win. They want to win. They want to win. They have earnings across those days as well. As far as income, they got some synthetic income, 13.2 mil, but no short call income. In fact, their short call loss is greater than their synthetic income. So their overall net income is in the negative. So no estimate for me to provide for NVDY either. So I'll move on to this tab, which obviously this tab, if you look, the net asset value is now under a bill. So bye-bye, a bill. You left us. So no trades, and it still went under a bill. So why did that happen? Obviously, the synthetic. Since Nvidia went down, the value of the synthetic, since it mimics the underlying, went down as well, right? So, it didn't go down. Nvidia didn't go down as much as Nvidia, but it went down enough to push us right under a bill. So either way, the net asset value, 979 million. The NAV is 2502, trade price 24.99. Now, I'm going to go to pre-market. I don't know if the Wi-Fi is going to behave, but whatever, I'll try and we'll see. Turn off. All right, hope that didn't screw up anything. Okay, there you go. It says I'm not connected to the internet. Shocker. All right, so I'm going to have to end the video here. No pre-market data because the Wi-Fi in this place sucks. My cell service sucks. But I guess I should have at least tried that. I don't think anyone's going to call. Well, you never know, man. The problem is that the alerts, I turn this on airplane mode and do not disturb when I make my videos because anything can happen, man. Anything can happen. Any disruption, people call you, the video just stops. I've been through that many times before. I cannot risk that. And I've been getting a lot of spam calls, so that I have to keep it that way. So when I do all that, I'm relying on Wi-Fi to connect to the internet, and clearly the Wi-Fi here does not work. So yeah, it works enough to get my spreadsheet data done, but it's probably not going to work enough to upload this, and it's clearly not enough to look at the pre-market. So as always, this is not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. This video is for fun and entertainment, so hopefully you had fun. Hopefully you were entertained. If not, we will try again. Whoever, who the hell knows when. But either way, again, I'm trying to get this video to you. Hopefully it uploads. If not, maybe I'll find a way of communicating via post. If that doesn't work, obviously I'll just do a big video on Sunday, maybe Monday morning. No, maybe Sunday. I don't know, man. Honestly, I don't know when the hell we're getting out of here, but it's not a good setup for these videos, clearly, which sucks. All right, guys. Keyword, this sucks. There you go. Oh my God. So if you made it this far in the video, then and you want to prove it, the keyword in the comments is this sucks. Hope we'll have fun today, but you know what I mean. For the YouTube setup, this sucks. But again, hopefully this video gets out to you guys. If not, I'll upload it at some point. Obviously, it'll be super late by then, but whatever. All right, guys, have a great day, and I will talk to you soon. Later.